You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, it's going to be very interesting to see if Caitlin Clark can move the needle in what has been, let's be real, a putrid run for the WNBA. Fact is, the league would not be in business if it wasn't for being propped up and subsidized by the NBA. Well, the ratings have come out for the South Carolina and Iowa game, and they were historically monstrous. And there's also now a story that has emerged about what people are paying to see what looks like will be Caitlin Clark's WNBA debut. And it's pretty clear. As much as the mainstream media wanted all those woke WNBA players to move the needle, including Brittney Griner, it's pretty clear Caitlin Clark may be the one that's actually got a chance to do it. Oddly enough, there's a major push by a lot of people for her to just not go. Stay another year, make a ton of money, march off into the sunset. Now, keep in mind, as you watch this, in Brittney Griner's first game back from being a prisoner in Russia, they couldn't even sell out the house. The head coach of the Mercury was furious. Fact is, nobody cares about this WNBA league. A lot of it's got to do with their activism. Well, let's look at the ratings, and then we'll look at this story on the tickets, because it's pretty amazing what Caitlin Clark is doing. Via Sports Business Journal, the Iowa-South Carolina Women's Basketball Championship on ABC and ESPN averaged 18.7 million viewers. It's a 89% increase over last year's LSU-Iowa game. As SBJ noted, it's a record for any women's college basketball game. The third record set in the 2024 tournament in a game featuring Caitlin Clark. South Carolina won it with a far superior team coached by Dawn Staley that finished with a perfect season and captured its third title. This is where it gets more interesting. Let's go to The Athletic. To put the South Carolina-Iowa viewership in perspective, the game topped every World Series game since Game 7 of the 2019 World Series, every NBA Finals game since Game 5 of the 2017 NBA Finals. Nobody's watching the NBA. I mean, after all they did in 2020, half the viewership, Thanos snapped out of existence. I don't watch it anymore, and I used to love the NBA. Every Daytona 500 since 2006. Wow. Every Masters final round viewership since 2001. And all but 4 college football games in 2023. And when you start getting out in that area, and this article right here by Florio, it was a near NFL. I mean, it generated an NFL kind of audience, which is pretty unbelievable. What is pretty unbelievable is what Caitlin Clark, she's not even in the WNBA yet. She's not even in the league. Tickets for Caitlin Clark's presumed WNBA debut with the Indiana Fever against the Connecticut Sun are already going for over $900, with one being resold for as much as $9,418. Caitlin Clark is still a week away from her likely number 1 overall selection in the WNBA draft to the Indiana Fever. That has not stopped tickets for her possible professional debut from skyrocketing in price. The Indiana Fever's first game of the season on the road against the Connecticut Sun has tickets rising over $900, with one pair of tickets going for $9,418. The most expensive seat is in section 122, row E, high above the court. The May 14th contest, a Tuesday night, has dozens of tickets, over $500, as that's the strong possibility of watching Clark's WNBA debut. Now, they go on to talk about the fact that Angel Reese, I guess they're saying Indiana, according to the Daily Mail, they might select Angel Reese. No chance. Zero chance of that happening. That is not going to happen. I mean, Caitlin, and to see, and I don't know if you guys have paid attention, these former and current WNBA players, oh, they're on a hate mission over Caitlin Clark. It is embarrassing that, look, y'all can't move the needle. Nobody's interested in you. You become the league of activism. And you've got a chance, you've got an olive branch to try to get people to watch your product, and you don't want them to, and you don't want the league to succeed because of why exactly? I know what I suspect. Straight white girl? That's there you go. I just said it. I mean, in a league full of LGBTQ activists, they want to hate on her. It's going to be glorious when Caitlin Clark drops a 3 in somebody's face, Steph Curry style. That's going to be funny. It's going to be hilarious. That they honestly believe that this girl cannot ball out with them. They've got to be crazy. And there's all your jealousy is showing, and it should, because nobody watches your league, and the attendance is obvious. It's still putrid. It's still putrid. I mean, the league thought they were about to blow up after Brittney Griner came back and was debuting from having been in Russia. Nobody showed up to see it. The ratings for that game were also trash. How do I know? I did that video. Man, the WNBA and the hate that they've given Caitlin Clark is embarrassing. It really is. Because they've got a chance now for their league to actually move the needle. I don't know that she will, and if she can't move it, you might as well fold the whole damn thing up. Because it will never move. Wow, that's a big rating. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money in a league that just don't see people pay that kind of money for tickets. Ever. Ever. I think it's like 3/4 of the league can't draw a sellout. And part of the league has stadiums where they have to close off part of it. It's nuts. Tell me what you think. Make sure you hit subscribe, hit like. A different kind of video on the channel today. But, guys, we're going to branch out a little bit because the NFL's in a little bit of a lull. So, something's got to go. You know? Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.